So today we're going to go over how to play open guard. Now open guard is not just one position, but it is in fact a series of different guard positions that if you want to be able to use them, you need to be able to transition between them. And so what we've done is we've broken it down into some of the different open guard positions that are available to you and how we can come into some easy transitions between the positions. One of the crucial things about open guard is that it's not a static position. It needs to, if you are going to play open guard, the whole goal of the game is to keep your partner off balance and to keep them guessing and to never let them settle into a position of strength. Okay, so let's get started. Cool. So let's look at the first pair of open guards that work well together. And we're going to look at going from butterfly into shin to shin. So our butterfly guard, we're looking to create hooks inside our partner's legs, and we're looking to lean forward and try and connect to our partner with the ultimate goal of bringing their weight on top of us to allow for an easy sweep. Now the butterfly guard is only really effective as long as my partner is on his knees. If my partner starts to stand up, then being able to bring him in and sweep him is very problematic, and it's just not going to happen. So one of the things that your partner might be trying to do actively to disrupt your butterfly guard is before you can attack and connect and get in underneath him, they start trying to stand up, in which case we're going to go to shin guard. So it's effectively like we're creating a butterfly hook, just using our shin and our partner's shin. Your knee must, in shin to shin, your knee must always be on the outside. And this will prevent your partner from being able to pass or to be able to stack. If you play shin to shin the other way like this, your partner's just going to stuff and kill your guard. But again, from shin to shin, we don't want this is not a static position. We don't want our partners to be able to settle in this position. So we're just going to connect and start moving around, and we can off balance our partner, create all kinds of problems for them, look to sweep, look to wrestle up. Again, it all comes from staying active, keeping moving, and not letting partners' base settle. Okay, another pairing that goes quite nicely together, if you stay in combat base here, is the De La Hever guard and reverse De La Hever. So De La Hever is where we have one of our partner's legs between our legs. We're going to swing our outside leg inside and create a hook just on the inside of the thigh. Grab the foot either by the heel or by the material on the pants, and we're looking to create constant inward pressure for the knee so that we stay in a position where we're side on to our opponent. We can then again use this to move our partner in, out, keep them off balance, start looking for grips, for sweeps, turning them over. And from De La Hever, because we'll ram the outside of the leg, we can even start looking to come towards the back. And again, the thing that's making the off balancing my partner with this De La Hever is this hook here inside his thigh that's turning his knee this way. In order for him to deconstruct this guard, he wants to turn his knee outwards, and that will pop and straighten his leg, and that will pop my hook off. From here, if his leg turns outwards, now it's very difficult for me to re-engage my hook. A lot of people will do this to try and block you getting a De La Hever. What it does do though, is it gives me the opportunity to come to the other side where I switch my grip on the foot, switch my De La Hever hook from being outside in to inside out, and other foot on the hip. And this is a reverse De La Hever position. This again allows us to move our partner around, keep them off balance, and look for sweeps. Again, partner will look to disengage that, in which case we can spin, come back to De La Hever, and in this way we can rotate between the two guards, keeping our partner off balance at all times. Our next pair of open guards that work very nicely together is single leg, if you just stand up, single leg X and X guard. So to set up our single leg X, we're going to come both legs in between our partner's legs, One knee comes up between the middle and the other comes up on the outside to the far side hip. So by controlling the foot here and also having control of the hip, we're able to move our partner around by impacting their knee and make sure that they can never get a stable base. One of the things that your opponent will likely do to try and deconstruct this single leg X, because it's going to be very difficult for them to get this foot out, is to clear the foot off the hip, in which case we move around into X guard. So there's one leg at the back, this stays out behind the knee, and one hooking just inside. And again, we can use this to off balance our partner. So we'll just switch the angle here. So single leg X, throw one knee up in between, one foot onto the hip. We want our hips high, knees pinched in, and we want to be able to move our partner's leg around and keep them off balance. When they deconstruct, we come into X guard here, foot on the far side hip and one foot just inside the knee, and we can move them around here. Again, if your partner wants to deconstruct, they come off, we go back to single leg X, they push it off, back to X. And so we're always transitioning between one of these guards and the other. So another pair of open guards that works quite nicely together. And this one's gi specific in that we need gi grips to be able to do it. Will be when we go from spider guard, whereby we take sleeve grips on both the sleeves, open the guard, and we're looking to come inside the biceps and looking to move our partner and keep them off balance using our legs. Notice we always have one up, one down. If I have two down, this is going to give my partner the opportunity to either circle his hands in or just lift me and stack me. And if I have two up like this, it makes it very difficult for me to move him from side to side. And again, similarly, I open up a lot of space for him to be able to circle inside. So the goal is, in spider guard, again, like all the other open guards we've done, is we want to keep our partner moving. And ideally at some point, bring them over us so that we can start looking to sweep. So in spider guard, notice we want to keep your grips on your partner's sleeves always on the outside of your legs. That's because if your partner's able to circle their hand inside and take a grip, they can start deconstructing your spider guard, and this becomes a problem. This is something that they will almost always be actively trying to do, circle their hands in. So having strong grips here and keeping tension is important in terms of being able to retain your spider guard. But this will happen. Partner circles in, and once he has this grip, my spider guard is effectively gone. I'm going to change my grip from being underneath to being over the top. Pull, kick, break the grip. Now we turn, wrap from the top. Big hook high on the back of the shoulder, and create a lasso guard here. And again, the lasso guard works because we want the hand inside our grips. If this hand starts circling back out, we can again transfer our grips and go back to spider. He circles in, transfer the grips, break it, come through, lasso guard. And that way we can play this retention game between lasso and spider guard.